Hello folks, Louisiana Beer Reviews. It's mystery beer time. I'm bringing the mystery beer and you're going to try to guess. And get a couple of clues and see if you can get it right. And so now our beer expert David is going to close his eyes and I'm going to open the beer and he's going to see if he can guess it. So...
beer. Okay. Clue number one with my eyes closed. Uh-oh. It's in a bottle.
Yeah, I was worried that would be a part of a giveaway, but there's no way I can get around that.
Well, somebody dropped the cap on the ground and had hardwood floors.
Well, you could tell it was a...
It's in a stubby bottle. I can hear that too.
How can you hear if it's in a stubby bottle?
Because it has a short neck. The beer comes out differently.
Okay, so...
Long necks, it'd be more long and you can hear it go thump.
Oh, making a glug?
Yeah.
Now, so, any clues you want?
Foreign, domestic.
Domestic.
Domestic. Okay.
Want an ABV clue?
Okay, sounds good.
5.6.
5.6. 5.6.
So we can't go with the appearance. The people watching can see the appearance, but I'll show the label to the people.
5.6. Okay, there's not many beers out there. 5.6.
Okay, now the aroma, you can smell it.
That's 2 clues I get?
Well, yeah, I mean, you get to smell it, of course. How you going to guess
I
it?
picked one, you picked the other one for me. Can I get a style?
Oh, that'd be a giveaway. Let's see if you could
All right.
smell it and taste it and guess it.
Can I look at it?
I guess if you look at it, you're going to guess it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's dark. Ish. .6. 5.6 and it's domestic? Okay.
Taste time. Cheers. Tastes kind of brown breadish, huh? I mean,
Yeah, I'm smelling
smells
it.
kind of brown breadish.
Is it a popular beer?
How do you like the taste?
Tastes pretty good. Is it a popular beer?
That's too many clues.
I only asked one clue. I guessed one, I asked one, and you offered another one. I usually get to ask 2 clues, but I want to ask again.
It's popular. I would say so. Medium body, pretty dry finish. Before you try to guess what it is, how you score it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Kind of tastes like a Vienna style, where it's got light bubbles, semi-sweet, dry. It's like some toffiness, kind of like a brown note going on with it. Is this Newcastle? I haven't had Newcastle in forever.
English brown ale, Newcastle. It is domestic now because remember Lagunitas started making it.
Right, that's what's throwing me, is that it is domestic now.
For us now in Europe, they still get their version.
But it's 5.6. That's kind of blowing my mind. It's 5.6. I'm trying to think how many beers out there are 5.6. It's not many.
Yeah, because you know Newcastle's 4.7.
Yeah, and then I saw the appearance.
Man, I wish we still got those cans of Newcastle. Remember they used to sell the dark brown cans of Newcastle
Yeah.
all around, and then it faded.
Well, there's a lot of styles. I mean, there's a lot of those, and we refer back to the original craft movement, which wasn't in the 90s like everyone thinks. It was actually pushed from the 80s into the 90s.
Right, and Newcastle was one of those
Yeah.
around here that people
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
craft
We
beer.
had Sierra Nevada hit us and all those, which are now kind of like not micro brews, but they're more like in betweens.
Middle Crow.
Yeah. And so they put out really good beers and more along the lines of craftness.
And people talk about Anchor in the 80s, but I never saw Anchor in the 80s. But I wasn't
Oh,
drinking
I got
beer.
Anchor?
I wasn't drinking beer in the 80s, so
Oh, Anchor Steaming was really good in the 80s.
I only started drinking beer in '96.
Well, I also spent 8 years in Florida, so part of that was the 80s into the 90s. So I got a lot of different beers there that probably weren't available here.
I wasted 10 years drinking stinking soft drinks from 86 to 96. Now I see why I felt bad all the time. Like, those things are bad for you, I think. All right, well, I know what score I'm going to give this because it's going to be the same score I gave it when I did a solo review.
I don't know. This is kind of 5.6. It's kind of escaped me. It's kind of like a light dunkel to
28 IBUs.
yeah. It's like a light dunkel.
Well, if you can't guess, you can't guess, but how you score it?
Well, I'd give it like a 90. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
I'm going to say 93. Well, you're really kind of close because you said Newcastle, and this is an English style brown ale. And you ready for me to show it?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Oh, Turbodog. Man, they changed the taste of this. This tastes different.
Turbodog tastes different?
Yeah, it used to be richer.
I don't know, it tastes the same from when
No.
I started in 96.
No, this tastes different.
Worse?
No, it tastes more like a German beer. It actually tastes better. It was richer in the past.
Well, it's Turbodog. I thought you were going to nail it quick, but maybe it's been a good while since you've had Turbodog.
Yeah, it has been. It sure has been. I haven't had it with the new label on it either.
Yeah, they're always changing the label over there. And this is the
Yeah.
new label with the dog running at you.
Right.
Remember, it used to just have the old Abita,
Yeah.
just
logo on it.
Yeah, it just said Abita Turbodog. There was no pictures.
Well, I do know 20 years ago they made a big push effort to become more than just a local brew pub, and they hired on some folks and marketing agencies, and they were going to push, and that's when they started building the bigger area off of was that 22, I think.
I think Highway 59
Yeah.
through Abita Springs, one of those.
Well,
state
that's
highways.
where the original brew pub was, and I remember going
And they built
there.
another one further out of the town, right?
Yeah, I remember going there, and you could bring a jug with you, and they would fill it up, or you could buy the jug there, which was very similar to this.
Oh,
Some people call them growlers or crawlers, and you could bring this or buy it, and they would fill it up, and it'd sell you one of these for like, I don't know, $8 or something. But they were mainly like a sandwich shop. So you'd go in there and they brewed beer. So they had like 3 tanks inside of there, and they were brewed experimental beers. And one of the beers that I got back then, I remember, and I was brought to my dad, and I let him taste it. He says, "Wow, that's really good beer." He said, "What is it?" I said, "It's an ESB." So they made it ESB back then.
But it was more like a
Specialty
sandwich
only.
shop back then.
Yeah, it was a sandwich shop. You could go in there and get a sandwich, or it was one of those where it was a fancy shop, and they were kind of pushing it up toward.
But now it's like a
Young
big time
people.
brewery, yeah.
Well, it's huge, yeah. Yeah, you used to be able to get free tastings and all that stuff. But thank you, local craft companies, for selling everything, because now that has caught on even at Abita.
So,
No more free samples.
So-
No.
no. So you're
As a matter
saying,
of fact, you will pay more than full retail price. You will pay an additional price for getting it straight from the source. Thank you.
now that is true.
True.
Because I bought a 6-pack of this for $8.49
Right. Yeah.
or $8.99.
It's kind of like when we went on a tour of the brewery formerly known as Dixie, and I got back then what was known as Dixie beer, and it was $5 for a glass.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get a
and then
6-pack
you
for
go to
$7.99.
$7.99 in the store, 6-pack. So
For the tall cans.
Yeah.
The pint cans.
What fools these consumers are.
Right. For the pint cans now, $7.99. Anyway, so I'm saying 93. You're saying 90. All right, A minus A. You would pay $8.99 for a 6-pack?
Sure. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Well, so we had a
So
little
what is the style of the Turbodog? We have-
English style brown ale.
Okay. Well,
And that's why when you said Newcastle, I was like, oops, he's going to guess it.
so it's close.
Ladies and gentlemen, bon temps relay. Thank you for watching this mystery review, and we're going to end it by saying, y'all go to Abita Springs, Louisiana, and tour the Abita Brewery.
Drink better beers.